Welcome back to Keen Plays. Today I have this absolutely massive stack of board games. There's even more on top. These are all board games that I've already looked at on the channel, but now I've had each game for a while and I've been able to play through most of them, play them a few times, and yeah, I have a better idea of each one now. So I just want to go through them and recap on each one and give them a rating based out of 10. One being the absolute worst and I hate it, and just, might as well throw it in the trash. And 10 being like the absolute best game ever and just want to play it every day of my life. So we will see where each of these end up. The first game that I want to look at is actually this one, Spectre. This is the first game that I reviewed on my channel, actually. I got this for $5 at Dollarama. I've played it a few times. I've played 2-player on it, 3-player on it. I don't think I've played 4-player yet on it. That's as high as you can go. But it's a pretty good game. I do like it. It is, I wish that there was a little more 007-esque themery about it. I don't know if that's a word. but yeah, like other than, the person that you pick, who you are and their special abilities, everything else is kind of just, I don't know. There's not a whole lot that, kind of speaks out to me as 007 or, Spectre or whatever. But besides that, it's a good game. It has like a little bit of flaws. I'm not going to go through these entirely, but I do, kind of want to recap on them a little bit. You are trying to be number one in this game. I think that's the one part that kind of confuses people, because it's like, well, how do you move forward? There's literally just spaces that you have to get your villain pawns onto to move them forward, and then complete little side missions that also move them forward. It's not the greatest scoring method. It's a little wonky, but otherwise I do enjoy playing this game. I wouldn't say, it's the worst ever. But I can see how, wouldn't want to play this all the time either. So I think for my rating of it, I would do probably like a 6 out of 10. 5 being absolutely mediocre. So 6, I'm a little bit more intrigued to play it. I do like playing it, but it's definitely a game where it's hard to just whip out and teach somebody, and so it's not like I'm going to be getting a whole lot of use out of this game. It's just hard to find people to play with, but I myself do like it. So I would say, a 6 out of 10. I'd probably rate it even like a little higher, but you're going to have a hard time finding people to play with you. You're just not going to be playing it all that much, unfortunately. And then I believe the next game that I reviewed was this Metro X game. This is from GameRight, and it's flip and write, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you flip over a card and then you write out on this board that you get, and you're trying to complete all these subway tracks, and they all have their own score. It's 1 to 6 players. These are dry erase boards, and it comes with markers and erasers on it. This is a great game. I really like this game. The fact that you can just play it on your own is pretty awesome. I like that aspect of it. It's just you flip over a card, then you pick a track, you write it down. Easy. It's simple, and but there's still strategy involved. So it's a great game. There's obviously a little bit of luck involved when you're flipping over those cards, but otherwise it's all up to you on which track you're going to go on. I've played this one lots. I've introduced it to people, and it's really easy to teach, which is a bonus. On my scale, I would probably rate this like an 8 out of 10. Very good game. Would definitely recommend if you can find it. Metro X, 8 out of 10. Now this is one that I've only played a couple times. Yeah, I haven't played this one very often, so I don't have much to say about it. It's a 2 to 6 player game, and I think I've only played it with one other person, and so I was just playing the 2-person version, which, like, I could tell right away after the game ended. It's like, oh yeah, this is definitely a game that's meant for more people. It's just one of those games where, you have to, choose which treasure you're going to be taking. But if there's only one other person, then, you both pretty much get what you want. Whereas if there was more people, then, you have that struggle. But yeah, with 2 people, it wasn't that great, but I can see how it would be, a much better game with more people. This one is a little bit trickier to teach people, I would say. It's a bigger game, more rules, but I do like it. I think that it has a lot going for it. I definitely want to play this one more. This is one where my rating is probably gonna change if I'm able to play with more people and get a better understanding of the game. But for now, based on the couple times that I've played it and the limited play, I would probably rate this one a 7. Right now I'd be more interested in playing this one than Spectre, just because I haven't really played this one all that much, and I'm interested in it, and the mechanics are good, artwork's good. I like it. I like the concept of it. I just need to be able to play it with more people and get a better idea of it. But for now, yeah, 7 out of 10 for Treasure Hunter. Actually, these 3 games, Avalon, Ultimate Werewolf Inquisition, and Unlock Escape Adventures, I have not played yet. So, can't really give them a rating. I still, I look forward to playing these games, but have not yet. This one it's one of those games where you only get to play it once. So I just haven't found a group of people that I want to play that with yet. So eventually, but not yet. So yeah, that is this Unlock Escape Adventures, the Squeak and Sausage one. Yeah, very excited to play this. Have not played it yet. The next is this Ultimate Werewolf Inquisition, and this one, I think this is another one where I just haven't found the group of people. It's 3 to 12, so I don't know. I need to pull this out at some point. I definitely want to play it and see how it works. I think you need the right group of people to play it with, though, so definitely looking forward to playing this one, but again, can't really give it a rating yet. And then Avalon, I also have not played. And this is kind of similar to this Inquisition one. It, except for this one takes 5 to 10 people. So definitely need to find, a bigger group of people that are all into playing the game. And so, yeah, that is why I have not played this one yet. But it's kind of, I haven't played them yet, but I think these are kind of similar, where it's like a deduction style game, party group deduction. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I definitely want to play these soon though. But yeah, can't really give them a rating yet. So, well, let's do this Tides of Time. I have played this one a few times. This is just a 2-player game, just a little card game. It's quick as well. It's relatively easy to teach, and you basically have to play it once and then you understand it, and then you can play it a few more times and get a little more competitive. But it's a fairly good game. It doesn't like stick out. For this one, I would probably give a 6 out of 10. You know, maybe if I played it a little bit more, I'd, you know, like it more. But for now, just a 6 out of 10. You know, interested in playing it, but would probably choose something over it. Rocket Jockey. And this one, it didn't really have much reviews at all for it, but it's a fairly good game. It's basically just a card game. All it comes with are cards. It's kind of cheaply made, I think. Like, I don't know. It just didn't seem to. Not that it's a bad game or anything, but yeah, it's nothing crazy. The Rocket Jockey part of it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't add anything to the game, so it's I don't know. It's like a cool theme, but that's about it. It doesn't like add to the game. It's just a card game where you're trying to get the most points. That's basically it. I don't know. I've played it a few times. I just played it with two-player version. I think you can go. Actually, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can play 2 to 4. So maybe with more people it'd be better. But yeah, for what I've played, it was all right. I'd probably. I don't know. I'm too nice on games, honestly. I'd probably give this one a 6 out of 10 as well. I'm sure other people would rate it worse than me, but yeah, I don't mind it. Like, I don't know. I just love board games in general, so I don't know. I look past a lot of flaws that games have, but that's just me. So yeah, 6 out of 10. I'd probably rather play Tides of Time. So maybe this one's like a 5.5. I don't know. Whatever. Next, we have this QWIXX game, and this is just a dice rolling game, and then you write out on this board. You're just trying to fill up as many squares on here as possible. This is a great game. It's another one by GameRight, so similar to the Metro X that I had out here. This is just a great game. It's just an easy throwdown. Can teach anybody in like 5 minutes or less, honestly, and you can play 5 times in a row before you get bored of it, or even more than that, honestly. Like, it's just a great game, and it's so small in size that you can just throw it along with you, bring it anywhere. Yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you can find it, pick it up. Not much else to say about this. I would give this probably an 8 out of 10 as well. It's equally as good as Metro X, maybe even a little, just nicer, easier to bring along with you. But yeah, great game, 8 out of 10. Yeah. And lastly is this Oregon Trail game, and I have made an extensive video talking about it and reviewing it, so definitely check that out. I don't think there's many people that have even played this game, but but the people that have seem to not like it, and I like it. I've played it a few times with 4 people, 3 people, 2-person game. You definitely have to get lucky in a way, but even then, like, you can still manage. Like, the last game that I played, we just had a whole bunch of winter tiles in the beginning, and we're all running out of food, and we can't get to a town because it's in the winter. So do you want to lose health on all of your family members, or just try and wait it out, or get lucky hunting? But you make it past that, and then you're able to thrive, and it's good. Every game is different, and I don't think I've yet to have like a super bad game where all of my people die or anything like that. I do understand where some people might not like it, because I think there is some issues, and I think I'll probably even incorporate a couple house rules to get past those issues. Right now, I'm really liking playing it, but I wouldn't want to play it back to back. So that's where I'm kind of at like a 7.5. It's a good game. It's a longer game though, so it's kind of like we can play this once, or we can play this game a few times, or we can play a game that I know is better and more people will like for the same length of time. So that's kind of where it loses some points. It's still a good game in my opinion. Some people aren't going to be into it, so yeah, we'll go 7.5 out of 10 for me. Those are all the games that I've had on my channel so far, and have not yet rated, but there you go. They are now rated, besides these few here, which I hope to play soon. And I will let you know when I do play them. And yeah, if you want to leave a comment or a like, go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.